All right, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to log into MyLC and check your students' progress on all of their seminars. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the MyLC website, which is mylcsolution.com. You guys are going to go into the student login. There is no parent login, but you can log in directly to your student's account with their username and password. Now, if you're on your student's device, you should just be able to click sign in with Google and then select their account and automatically be logged in. Otherwise, if you're at a different device, like a home computer or a work computer, you can use the username and password. So the username for every student is going to be the first three letters of your last name, and then the first three letters of their first name, and then WI for Wisconsin, and 15. So I'm going to log into our demo account, which is flight student. So it's going to be STU for student, and then FLI for flight, WI 15. And their password is going to be their lunch code, and flight students is 111111. Very secure password. All right, now once we log in, it shows you the student dashboard. One thing we see here, the main screen, these are all the seminars that the student is in. So this student, I just put them in Honors Algebra, PE, Personal Stories of Refugees, and Going Viral, just as it's a demo account. So most students will see 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on how many 8A, B-Day classes they have. At any point in time, you can just click into these. So I'll just click into Algebra. And what you see here is the task and standard screen. So all the things that are blue are tasks. Tasks are the assignments that the student has to complete. And then the yellow, the standards, those are all of the standards that the students are hitting in that course. Now in algebra, I put all of the standards for the entire year. Most of the classes are 6 weeks, so you'll only see a few standards there. If you're bogged down by standards, you can just click tasks, and then it shows only the things that the student is assigned. Now, you can see on these tasks, here are due dates. So Chapter 1 homework and review was due September 28th. Chapter 2 homework and review was due October 9th. So it's past due, so let's check how my student did. Right here at the very bottom, this is where the student is submitting their work. So if you click on this, you'll see what they submitted and what scores they got. Now we go on the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 scale, 3 being proficient, 4 advanced. Okay, let me check this one. All right. Now if I go back to the home screen, I just click that back arrow. Otherwise, at any time, you can click the home button in the upper left and it'll take you back to this dashboard. If I want to look at my child's classes, I can click on my seminars, go into my schedule, and it'll show every single day what they are doing. It'll show A-Day schedule first, B-Day schedule second on bottom. These teachers are not always going to be accurate. Usually for teachers, it's going to say either J. Lees or K. Kaiser because we are the ones that create the classes because we're the MyLC admins. If you're looking for things that to check assignments that are past due in previous terms, you can click Seminar History, and you can see all the classes that the student has ever been in. So you'll see level 3 measurement is in here. This was a term 1 class. It's no longer measurement. Now we are in ratios and proportions. So that class is no longer active, so it's not showing up on the home screen. If I want to check how the student is doing in all of the classes, just real quick, easiest way to do that is to click My Subjects and go into Standard Evidence. When I click on Standard Evidence, it shows all the scores that the student has gotten for all their classes. Okay, so here are those 5 algebra scores that I showed you earlier. Now, one thing I'm looking at here, this 4 and 3, those are pretty good. This 3 is good. I got a 1.5 and a 2. Maybe I'm going to talk to my child about fixing those scores, because students can always correct assignments all the way up into the technically last day of the school year, but preferably before the term is over. Up here, this student got a 0 on this assignment. So that is definitely a red flag. I'm wondering, why did my child get a 0 in Personal Stories of Refugees? So I'm going to click on there. This was the Where Am I From poem. So if I click in on my evidence, there I got a 0. I'm definitely going to be asking about that. Another thing we can do is we go back to the home screen. We can see all of the tasks in all seminars. This is kind of everything that's due. This is the evidence submitted column. So all of these things have something that has been turned in, the check mark. And if I see this plus sign, it means my child has not turned anything in. So I see mover profile. This was an assignment from the beginning of the year. Has not turned that in. So that's something I'm going to be asking them about. If I click this arrow over here on the left, it opens up a different menu. This kind of gives me overall information. So on evidence scores, I'll see I have new evidence in these classes. I just entered these in, so I'm going to be wanting to look at those. Anytime I have a red bell, it means a new alert. There's been new tasks added, new resources added, standard scores have been updated. So that's kind of a basic on how to navigate MyLC and see how I am doing in all of my classes. If you have any questions, please feel free to email either Kat Kaiser or Jonathan Lees, and we will help you navigate this. Otherwise, if there's any more questions, I can do another video to help you out. Have a great weekend.